just want to show you this tweet from Ken Delanian. I'm so happy, Ken, that your emotions boiled your brain and you exposed yourself as a Fed. I mean that figuratively, not literally. Calm down. Put your phone down. You're not calling your lawyers. He says, traditionally, the deputy FBI director has been a career FBI agent. That is particularly important when the director has no experience at the FBI. Donald Trump tonight announced he is appointing as deputy director Dan Bongino, a former Secret Service agent and prolific conspiracy theorist. Oh. He has never spent a day working at the FBI, but he has spent many hours spouting baseless falsehoods about the Bureau, such as that the FBI lied when they said they don't have a suspect in the pipe bombs as outside the RNC and the DNC on 1/15/21. Current and former FBI officials are appalled and extremely concerned for the national security of the country. Here's how I explain this. This is important, right? This tweet really, I was like, wow. He's got 3 million views on this tweet.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. If, I'm a podcaster, right? If Donald Trump announced that he was appointing a golf czar and it was going to be Michael Jordan, I would go, does Jordan play golf? And someone would be like, he does. He's not like a pro or anything. I'd be like, okay. And that's about it. I'd be like, I don't play golf. Is there a better golf player? Wouldn't know him. Mm-hmm. Tiger Woods, he's pretty good. Saw him on TV once. Not really much I can be upset about because I have no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. So if Donald Trump, and bear with me here, he said he was going to announce he was going to have an Olympic skateboarding czar. I'd be like, okay, well, hold on. Now and then he announces it's a scooter kid, like Serge. Then I'm going to be like, whoa, I am outraged. What are you talking about? My point is, Ken Delanian got very emotional over the FBI's structure. So, Ken, you're a journalist at NBC. I mean, you have literally no overlap with the structure of the FBI and literally no reason to be angry at the appointment of Dan Bongino. So what about this completely unrelated professional field and Donald Trump's choice has you so apoplectic that you would begin emotionally deriding Dan Bongino and then complaining in such a manner?
I think Ken's mockingbird is showing.
And the last line there, current and former FBI officials are appalled. If you're appalled, leave.
Well, hold on.
If you're appalled, you should not be at the FBI. Get out.
When he wrote current and former FBI officials are appalled, is he referring to himself?
Yeah. I mean,
his coworkers.
The fact that they leave out his time in New York, the NYPD, and his time in Secret Service, it just shows that they're not looking to be honest. They're looking to discredit. They're not looking to actually inform anyone. They're trying to scare people. They're trying to look for means to discredit unfairly. And so,
can I just point something out too? Dan Bongino was a special agent with the Secret Service. Mm-hmm. That means he is a man who volunteered for a job where he would use his own body to shield the lives of others. Yeah. That is honor.
Mm-hmm. Secret Service under Obama. Remember, so they say, right-wing podcast. He protected Obama for how many years?
This is a guy who took a job volunteering to use his body as a shield for Barack Obama. And they're like, he's a far right. No, I think he's a good dude who deeply cares about his country and is willing to sacrifice wealth and luxury for the betterment of his nation and what he believes in. And I'm deeply impressed. And I look at this post, you got all these stories, we have the NPR, what to know about Dan Bongino, but, Ken Delanian's outrage here really reeks of personal involvement. And that's the point. I hope one of the first things we get from Cash and Dan is, to whatever degree they can, right? We want to respect the First Amendment. If these corporate news outlets had any deals or connections with the feds, it will be within the purview of the FBI to release the documents related to that, as it is from their own departments.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I hope, should there be, they do. Who knows? I mean, I think there are, but, we'll see.
It would be lovely.
These headlines that call him a podcaster and totally skip over his past are like, they do it in the inverse with Soleimani when he died.
Oh, right.
And they were like most revered soldier or leader or whatever.
Or the ISIS guy, and they said I'm an austere scholar.
Yeah. It's amazing.
But but there's also the inverse in the United States. There will be someone who's a DEI coach, and they'll make up these great credentials. Mm-hmm. He was an award-winning artist who discovered diversity, and then it's like he was a janitor, and he went to an online course one time.
Right.
They flip it around. So I'm wondering, Cash and Dan, man, where do they go first? And I don't I don't know, man. Epstein files are on Pam Bondi's desk.
Yeah, what's taking her so long?
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are saying like, get it done, get it. No, take your time, do it right.
Very curious to see why is that. I mean, most of these people are living, is what I'm assuming too.
Well, so
that's a lot of the problem with the Epstein stuff. These are people that are living.
Cash gave an interview where he said, I think it was Cash. He said, the thing is, most of the answers, he's like, I've seen the JFK files. Most of the questions you've asked, you got the answers.
Huh.
The things that are classified are not related to the questions you're asking. So he's like, I can't really say much more than that. He's like, but they should be released. And so I think the important thing to understand is just because something isn't released doesn't mean it's relevant to the issue we want. My point ultimately is I trust Pam Bondi. I especially trust Cash and Dan.
Yeah.
And when Pam is like, I've got the Epstein list on my desk, let's make sure they do this properly. What I don't want to see is if the story comes out and there's something in it that's lacking context, which misdirects people, it can actually protect the evil. If there's something in there that's, it has to be done properly. And I'm not going to say I want to wait a year or anything. I'm saying like a month or two, like let's give them time to go through it and figure out, what's going on because we don't know. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.